Speaking of which, I think I've figured out how to end my movie, Summer of '72. I think I found the twist I was looking for. Since yeah, I had listened to me talking about it so much, I'll tell you what I've been thinking, and if I ever get to make it, you can see whether or not I held true to my vision. So you've got this teenage boy and an older woman, every man's fantasy. But what you have to understand about the woman is she's not very happy. I mean, why else would she be hanging out with a 15-year-old kid? In the public, she's usually acting all giggly and flirty, the life of the party. And even his parents, known her for years, always say Laura's such a dumb blonde. But underneath that, I think she's real moody. She gets these big purple bruises all over her legs and arms just from people saying things that hurt her feelings. And sometimes she doesn't go out of her house for days, particularly after she loses her job. So he'll go by and see her sometimes in the afternoon when he gets out of school, and even more often in the summer when it starts. And he'll tell her about his problems. And she starts to tell him about hers. So she's got a lot more than him, really, because, she's alive longer. And she talks about her marriage and what went wrong with it, all the men she's known, and the way they always seem to end up taking advantage of her. She'll cry. He comforts her, which is a lot of what goes on, really. Him comforting her when she feels bad. Well, because, of course, he adores her and he thinks she's wonderful. And he wants to rescue her, like in a movie. And then on his 15th birthday, she goes to bed with him, like a present. But when they're done, she says, that was wrong. We shouldn't have done that. It can never happen again. And he figures, well, okay, well, that's it. But a few weeks later, it does happen again. And it's always the same after that. Every time it's over, she'll say this can't happen. And he always thinks she means it. But finally, she's going to be leaving town because she got another job. And nothing has happened for a while. When he goes to see her, she's all freaked out, crying and holding on to him, saying, I'm such a mess. What if I lose this job too? And when he starts to do things, she says no, keeps saying no, but he doesn't listen to her, because he figures, like all the other times. And it's easy. It's not hard at all. Because they're already in her bedroom where they've been talking, the lights are out, and it's not like he has to rip her clothes off or anything because she's just wearing a nightgown. All he has to do, all he has to do is ignore her. And when it's over, she runs off, take a bath, still crying, and he's lying there thinking. See, I'm not sure how I'm going to show this in a film, but he's thinking that this was someone he said he loved, who needed him to take care of her, and he made use of her like she was. And he's been figuring all along. He'd wait until she left town before he told anyone. His friends, about how lucky he's been. In every man's fantasy. But when she does go, he still doesn't tell anyone. After a while, he realizes he's not going to ever, ever, because yeah, I've been thinking about this a lot because of the film, and I know, I know you don't want to talk about this, but you shouldn't feel bad about what happened to you.
Mm.
Like it was your fault because even if this guy acts like everything's okay, that nothing happened, even if most of the time he doesn't let himself even think about it. I tell you, deep down inside, knows what he did. He knows what he is.
Mm.
He's a rapist.
Mm. Mm.
Oh my
Ooh.
god.